Okay, family. So you know how you know the routine. The routine is we have to we have to wait for at least 10 individuals, according to Mrs. Muhammad. So for those who may already be awaiting, we appreciate your patience, and we'll just wait for a few more to come on in, and we can begin our live. All right, it's climbing.
Where? That's us.
It's climbing slowly but surely, but it's climbing. Good morning, Brother James and Sister Amy. Thank you so very much. Oh, Brother James, that's very, very kind of you, sir. We greatly, well, we happy too when we see you guys. We get real happy. We are still loved. Sister Tashe, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Salam. Our sister Melinda, salam alaikum. Sister Camila from Arizona. I think we can get started. I think we can go ahead. They're coming on in.
We have eight, Mom. We have eight.
She's a stickler. She needs.
Because three of them is us.
I don't think so.
It is.
I don't think so.
Three of them is us.
Good to see everyone. Thank you so very much. McDonald,
Did you see Amy?
Abaigani, Brother McDonald. I see Amy. I see Amy.
Where is the?
We okay. Here we go. It says we have reached 10. Greetings, and peace and blessings to each and every one of you. We are the Mohammeds, the residential tourists, 85 to Africa, still living in the after, right here in Mombasa, Kenya. So very grateful to be among the living. Uh, we appreciate each and every one of you. Of course, we want to always begin by acknowledging our subscribers. Thank you so very much for riding out with us. We don't take you for granted. We greatly, greatly appreciate you guys. We want to also acknowledge any new subscribers. Uh, all the same, we thank you. We thank you. We thank you very much for giving us a try, giving us a chance, and providing you with some information based on our experience. Okay. We might not get it right all the time. We may not. In fact, we have not, but we're still striving, of course. And I don't know, it's been what, 2 weeks or a
It's
week?
been two. We didn't do a live last week.
So last week we missed you guys last week. Um, but we are grateful. Let me also give acknowledgement to our guests from the previous live that we did. They were great. We were grateful for them. They provided some really good information and of their experience and the expertise that they brought with them, coupled with their experience being in Africa, living in Africa, Rwanda and Mombasa, and Kenya, I should say. And it was very, very helpful. I think you all received them very well, and they had a good time. They were very grateful. So we thank you very, very much. And maybe we'll have them back
Yeah,
again.
individually, they want to come back and share some stories with everybody. Um, couple of them. So we definitely want to do that individually. But okay, we didn't come on last week, but Kenya has turned the temperature up. Woo, woo. I don't know. And I was upset with Rhonda because it was too cold and wet. But Kenya has turned the temperature up.
It's serious.
We were waiting for Mr. Nino,
El Nino.
with the rain. I'm like, okay, cool. The rain, El Nino coming soon. He's supposed to come in October. October's gone. Where is El Nino? Where's the water? Somebody. Kenya.
I don't know if we want to welcome that might not be a pleasant thing.
And that's cool air. That's rain.
Okay, you're gonna be floating in that cool air, floating on the water, so flood it out.
So the heat, some days we're just soaked. The heat with the humidity, that's a whole nother beast right there. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's the humidity.
Yeah, humidity is a totally different. It's way different than Atlanta's humidity. Atlanta's humidity will hurt your head, give you this pressure, sinuses be jacked up. But here, the humidity, like, it's like a person. It just sits on you. Can't even move. You're just laying there like, yo, I don't know what to say about this. My clothes are soaking wet. It's too much. It's too much, y'all.
It comes.
Oh my
with,
goodness.
It comes with the territory. It comes with the territory, so it's to be expected.
Yeah, so that's something we had to get adjusted to because was not expected.
No, we're not fully adjusted yet.
No,
we're not. Fully, I don't think we'll get
once we get
adjusted.
So you hear that we're still in the hollow apartment. But after going around looking at apartments for you guys, we realized we could move into a furnished apartment unit with air conditioning and pay way less money. So we've been doing that all week, looking at stuff, looking at apartments, trying to find something that can help us with the budget and the humidity. So it's just been one of those types of weeks where we just had to be regular people.
So in essence, we've been existing as the residential part, not so much the tourist part. So we've been the residential, the residential Mohammeds for the past couple weeks.
Yeah. And note that we are trying to make Kenya our home, our residency for now. That's what we're trying to do. So there's a lot that comes with that. We have to find a way to make an income here. YouTube is great. It's a passive side income, gas money, some food right now. We still don't have those big numbers. We're not the big YouTubers yet. So
we're not on Wuda Maya's level yet.
Or even some of the Kenyan, there's a lot of Kenyan YouTubers.
Or Miss Trudy and
it's a lot of them.
A lot. We aiming.
No, we still consider small channel, small potatoes. You couldn't tell because when we go out, people are like, I see you, I know you, and I'm like, oh wow, that's amazing. But no, we still very, very small channel. So we do have to find a way to find an income, hopefully working online, something in the States. And this is just real talk. If you're moving here and you're not fully retired, meaning you're getting a retirement check every month, you can't really come here thinking I'm going to create a business and it's going to just be like, bam. You need to know how we're going to make an income, how we're going to survive. And in that process, will it be able to support your lifestyle? And that's what we're going here, trying to figure out how to make a living to support our life and our family. So it just took a lot out of us these last 2 weeks, just trying to come to grips that we're not big YouTubers yet.
So let me give, our beloved sister Sandra's got voice. Thank you for joining in. We appreciate that. Always good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
And Loom Will. I haven't seen that name. I don't know.
Every time we say someone new, then they'll go and let you know. No, you remember when I said such and such?
You gotta. So hopefully, you don't get offended. But yes, thank you for joining in. Our sister Tashi said it's humid in Louisiana. I can see that.
Promise. Well, because Louisiana be having that steam coming up. Yesterday, when I looked outside, it looked like Kenya was on fire. I was like, the glaze is in my eyeballs. I don't know. Truthfully, I've never been to Louisiana.
So I see that a few of you had seen the video we posted earlier today. Hopefully maybe we'll talk a little bit about that a little later on. But I see you feel it. I see Sister Belinda, Brother James.
What?
Yeah, they're feeling it.
That Uber situation.
Yeah, that Uber situation.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it because it was weird for us. We thinking everybody trying to scam. You hear that accent. We just came from a place where everything is negotiable. Everything is
Yes, ma'am, Sister Sandra. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We're going, yes, ma'am, we're going to do just that. She says,
What?
I'm going to put it up here. She just keep on doing these lives. We're going to keep on doing them. Yes, ma'am.
So we did discover, because what happens is you use the app, you have Yago, Uber, you have Bolt, you have these apps, and you'll go ahead.
We're not going to go into
We're
that right
talking
now.
about it on here.
No, so we're going to stick with our plan. We'll get to that. We will. We will definitely get to that as we can see that you all have seen it. We want to talk more in depth about that situation because it was very enlightening, very enlightening.
Yeah, it was good.
Sister Melinda wants to get this king and queen outfit that we had on.
So that was from Rwanda. That was you go to that's part of one of our tours. A lot of you guys have been hitting us up asking us, do we still do the tours in Rwanda? And we do. We've just been trying to partner up with some of our friends over there that have Airbnb so we can give you complete packages. But that's one of our tours where you go to the Gorilla Guardian Village.
Right.
And if you look down, maybe a year down into our videos, you'll see it.
But not even, but you just do that for sure. But we just recently posted a short, I think 2 shorts from that very same
Don't look at those shorts.
You'll see her dancing, trying to get her African groove on. But we also, a part of that was also the traditional Rwandan marriage ceremony.
You do a lot. It's a really good experience. It's probably the best experience you can have coming to Rwanda.
Yes.
Because it gives you the cultural experience and how it used to be, and maybe even not even just used to be, but in the villages, they still do a lot of those techniques there. So it is part of the tour. It's a really great experience. It's not expensive, and you'll love it.
You really love it. You really will love that for sure. All right. So, Will said, Wudamaya and Miss Trudy should give us a shout out.
Well, you know, we've met with Wudamaya in Rwanda, and you know, talked to him.
He came to Ikawa Cafe. He dined there.
Every time he came to Rwanda, after that, he would come to Ikawa. He would call us from Ikawa saying, "I'm here." The last time he went, he just got married. And I was like, congratulations. One of the workers had called me so we could see him. So he is definitely a supporter. I don't know. I'm trying to get, actually, Trudy, I just seen is here in Mombasa. I already tried to tag on her, like, we need to do a collab, please. She ain't saying nothing. She didn't see it. So, yeah, we have a lot of our members. You know, Miss Melinda's on here, of course. Creative Mary Mack. She's one of our...
She's back again.
Back again, yes. One of our members. So we do thank you guys so much to have joined the membership program. And the patience that you have displayed in the membership program, because I'm just sitting here waiting for people, but I guess we need to go ahead and move on with the few that we have. We need to just make some magic happen in there. Because he want to what they call it, he want to spill all the tea in there, and he's waiting for some members.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you all, it's so much that I want for us to be able to share, and I don't know that it would. I don't know. We can probably share it in the general population, but I don't know.
Some things, you know, you can only share with family.
It might have to be exclusive.
Yeah, it's only to share with family. In certain situations, you know, we could talk it through with the elite members of the group, but everything ain't meant for the public. We're learning that.
But listen, I'm not gonna wait too much longer. We're going.
This is important. Lock that right there.
Oh, what we got here? Okay.
Rich King, he said, hello fam, how do you feel about being overseas and if a war kicks off and they lock the countries down? So that is a thought at all times. Even before we left, that was always been a thought. But now the thought is, and we've come to realize this this week, that it is something very heavy about to happen. We know that. And why are we here? And again, as we said, this journey for us is a spiritual journey. And when that does happen, war might break out, especially in the US. The US always doing stuff, always got their hands in stuff.
Listen, it's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
It's gonna happen.
And it's going to be more than one at one time. We can see that's about to happen.
So here's the thing: we war not with flesh and blood, right? That's what the good book tells us, right? We war not with flesh and blood, but the spiritual wickedness and principalities in high places. I know I got it wrong, right? Somebody help me out there, but you all get it. And it's going to happen that people are awakening, as is clearly evident because of the great migration, if you will, of individuals who are looking to come out of her, my people, right? Come out of her, my people, wanting to come back and reconnect home, whichever country. So there's an awakening, and there are those who don't want the awakening to be awakened. So it's got to come, the showdown has to come. So I'm going to put something in this text here. I want you all at your own leisure to take a look at it at your own time.
So while you're doing that, Richard is in Tanzania, and he said it's been weighing on him heavy. And, you know, he's been thinking about that. But to be honest, Richard, I think you are in one of the safest places. If you have a community there, if you have a family there that you trust,
I think I got that right.
I think you're in one of the safest places. The war isn't with us. That's not our war. The war isn't with black people in general, period. That's not our war. So anywhere where you can seek refuge and live in peace and provide a way where other people, when they're ready to come, there's somewhere for them to come. You done made friendships for them. You done paved the way for them. You done figured out life for them, because, you know, when we come over here, everything is different.
See, y'all gonna, this is my area. I love this type of dialogue. I really do. I yearn for it, actually. And I feel you, Brother Rich, not to, you know, make this live too heavy, but I feel you on that. But the war and the rumors of war is the war of all wars, as we're told and as we're taught, with that war of Armageddon. Armies gather together for the doom. This is what's brewing. This is what's happening. This all falls in line with those of us who are awakening. We are seeing here on the continent countries who are fed up with the colonial powers, and they're not waiting for no voting. They're taking over, right? These are nations who are they're tired. There's a nation within a nation in America of Black people who are tired. And we are ready to do whatever so that we can have true freedom, justice, and equality, and not continue to be had and taken by the 10% of this world. And so it's going to happen. And it appears as though, of course, nobody knows how or when, but it's going to happen. But I do agree that it's brewing. It's brewing. And so for us, I guess, to answer the question directly, you know, God is God everywhere, the Lord of the worlds, right? You seek refuge, you know, in the Most High, because if in fact what I'm saying holds any type of water, any weight, you know, this war of Armageddon is a clashing of what is good and evil, right? So we hopefully be on the side of good and not the side of evil, and we'll be victorious in the long run. But until then, the handwriting is on the wall. We have to get our stuff together. We have to come together. We have to unite. We have to, you know, pool our resources. We have to do all of those things that we are in preparation for when it does occur, that we can still maintain, and just that, maintain, right? So those of the families here on the continent and those of us within the diaspora, we have to find something. We have to find a way. We have to find a way to be able to connect completely and fully, because we're going to have to. We're going to have to either way. So anyway.
I feel like as long as our family here on the continent continues to welcome us, the diasporas, with open arms, you have a safe haven. You have a place that you can go and seek refuge and build. And it doesn't have to just be one particular country. Pick one. Pick one that has what you're looking for. And I can't worry about the mess that blue passport is causing. We ain't there. Now, if we're forced to go back, we probably find a different country.
I mean,
you just gonna kick us out. But see, we're in Africa. They're not gonna kick us out. We got the same blood. So if we were in Europe, then we got something to worry about. You in China, the first people they kick out is black folks.
Africans, black people.
But we in Africa. So we got Brother Malachi on. We ain't seen him in a long time.
Brother Malachi, salam alaikum, brother. Listen, Brother Malachi, I gotta text, by your permission, I gotta text your wife and apologize. You know, I'm gonna leave it right there. I'll text you and your wife. I gotta apologize.
And me too. Apologize to me.
So, but it's good to see you, Brother Malachi. Very, very good to see you, man.
Yeah, wake up my people one. That's why I started laughing. She got exclamation points, praise hands.
Yes. Indeed. So hold on, wait. Thank you, Sister Sandra, for getting. I gotta put it up here. Right. This is the corrective. What I was trying to say. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but spiritual wickedness in high places. Thank you very much. Yeah. That's it right there.
Creative Mary Mac, I've been searching for my fellow expats to get into the heavy before I can fully consider being one as well.
Listen, I'm always ready to dialogue and get into the heavy stuff.
Yeah, and the thing is, okay, when we came, we were in the era of, COVID just hit. So there's Black YouTubers out there living their best life. They're excited. They're showing the best of everything. So for us, we're like, whoa. I was getting excited off of looking at streets. I was like, look, they got real streets. Excited off of looking at sidewalks, just silly stuff. But that's where my mind was like, look, we can be all right. We looked at houses. Okay. Oh, look, they got stainless steel. Okay, we'll be all right. I mean, this is the type of stuff we were looking at then. Now, we on the ground. We've been on the ground almost, I don't even know, three years now? Almost 3 years.
We're pushing 3.
So now things that we're looking for, and that's what we came on today to share what we discovered that we liked and didn't like about living here in Mombasa Mombasa. We'll say Mombasa. It's something light and funny, but these are things you never would think about when you're thinking, let me relocate, let me move to the continent. These small things can make you say, oh, I'm out of here. It's too much. It's too much. Yeah. Or it's something you just laugh at and be like, I'd rather deal with that than deal with gunshots, to deal with Pookie and them fighting across the street, to deal with the crackheads and hookers walking past my window. You can deal with the little stuff that might bother you.
I don't think there was no welcome.
Well, no, I remember visiting your family one time in Harrisburg, and they were outside fighting, and there was a hooker outside. And you said that was the pimp, and I'm like, clutch the pearls. I ain't going to sleep.
Oh,
you don't remember that?
Yeah, don't talk about my hometown.
I'm trying to understand what you mean. You ain't had no hookers.
Hey, listen. Mm-hmm. I'm talking. Anyway, so Sister Mary was like, yeah, the real streets got her hooked at first too.
Yeah, man, you seen the street? You was like, ain't no lions coming down that street. Ain't no tigers running through those streets. Yeah, and you get hooked.
So we want to share. Reason. There's always a rhyme and reason for us when we share these things. It's not by just. We want to make sure that we've said it many times that okay. The romance, okay, it's good for a moment, but after the romance, everything gets real. So we share these things because these are part of our experience, and we share it with how we're able to maintain, manage, get over, or just accept it for what it is. If it's not something as favorable, But then we also provide the balance and share with you all these things that we really, really do like. And there's something that you can probably latch onto as well.
Yep. And so when we were planning, I had one of these, right? I was taking notes. I was writing all the good stuff and all the bad stuff. And actually, I'm glad Malachi is on here. I'm going to explain a little bit about why I'm happy about that once we're done. Because again, it's a lot. When we're planning to relocate, a lot of you guys have houses that you want to sell, or you're trying to get rid of assets so you can pack up and leave. And we've actually created a system that can help you with that. So we'll talk about that after we get through this stuff. So we have, get the likes of y'all. Help. Yes, tell them, Mama. Tell them, Mama. Tell them. So
we thank you so much.
We came to the conclusion that we had to share our likes and our dislikes about Mombasa. And it's a little tricky for us because our Kenyan folks, they go hard on us. Boy, if you say one wrong thing, we're going to get paragraphs. They be like, you can go home. I'm like, dang.
They don't say that.
That's what it be feeling like you can go back. Take your butt on back to Rwanda. I be like, wait a minute. We constantly got to say, listen, we're going to share both sides. I'm sorry, it's not always going to be pretty.
Right.
But the other day, we went downtown, right?
Well, she keeps saying downtown.
I'm a northerner. If it isn't the suburbs, it's downtown.
It's Old Town. They have an area. Help me out, my Kenyan family.
But it wasn't the old town. It was like Old Mombasa or something.
It's Old Town. It's Old Town. It's not, well, anyway, it's Old Town.
Where the government buildings are and the stores and stuff, y'all. I think the arch is over there. Yeah, what is that considered? Let me be the right one, okay? Old Mombasa. He said it's Old Town. You tell me.
Okay, well, all right, either way. Makadara. All right, for my Kenyan family, help me out.
He's such a nerd.
Nerds.
Thank you. Wake up, my people. We need every last cent of that.
Oh, thank you very, very, very much. We appreciate
so much.
it. Yeah, we appreciate it.
So we went down to the Mombasa area, downtown area.
We got Kenya in the house. The Kenya in the house.
Yeah. Which one is it?
No. Well, you're trying to find which one is the Old Town or Old Mombasa? Help us out, Kenya family, who just joined in.
You say he is right.
Thank you, Brother Anthony. Old Town. Thank you so much. Anyway.
I think Anthony Clemens, he's from the States.
It don't matter. It doesn't even matter.
So we went there and it was so nice. It was like we were in
Philly.
I want to say like Philly, yeah, but not 52nd. No, not 52nd Street-ish. More like, okay, like Broad Street area.
Okay, yeah, more like Broad Street.
Yeah, maybe up there. It was really. So okay, you guys know we came from Rwanda, and you got the city, the Kigali area, the downtown Kigali area is typical for most African countries, I'm told. Very congested, a lot of people approaching you every 5 seconds, grabbing you, begging for you, trying to scam you, you gotta carry everything tight.
Not really, but
or be kind of aggressive with your walk so that people don't bother you. That's me. But the other day, it was like we were at home. People spoke and smiled and waved. They didn't look at you twice. As I was telling them, I said, no one asked us for anything.
No one asked us for not a thing.
Not a thing. And it was calm. And they had real upscale stores. They had regular stores. They had Old Town stores. Everything was just, and it was clean. I didn't see trash flying through the streets and all over the place.
I can't say that.
Not that area. Now there's areas we've been to, and I was like, oh my goodness.
No, that area too.
I didn't see it.
I saw it.
And I normally would look at it, but it wasn't like Chicago. Was nothing blowing in my eyeballs.
It wasn't like Philly is dirtier than Chicago.
We talk about Philly.
Greetings, Colette. Thank you for joining. We appreciate you.
Yep. So downtown was really good. We found the cutest little coffee shops and the thing is, it's a different energy. It's a different energy. Like people just seem happy.
It did. It was a very. I don't even know what words to actually describe.
It was a good energy. It was
really
like
good energy. It was it felt.
exciting.
I kind of felt like at home. I felt like
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I
Yeah.
was not from Kenya, I guess you can say.
I felt very safe. And this is the weird thing, because again, we're coming from a highly secured country in Rwanda, where you seeing AK-47s everywhere, machetes everywhere. Everybody's walking out. There's tons of security. Not everywhere like regular people, but security carry the big giant guns all day, every day. And I told him, I said, I didn't see not one security, not one. Or no, I've seen security, but I didn't see those big giant
I
guns.
saw those too.
He did. So maybe I had my glasses on this particular day. I was walking around like Mary Poppins, like, la la, this is so nice.
He was like,
No one said, Mama, Mama, gimme, gimme. No one did none of that. And I was just like, I was feeling like maybe I don't look like I have anything. How come no one is harassing us for nothing? Because we ain't had nothing. We was there on business, but it was just very refreshing. It was really nice.
and it was I had to take a stroll down the street, by myself, and I really strolled. Like I strolled. I mean, was conducting business, but I strolled. I felt very comfortable, very relaxed, very um, like I belonged. You know, I didn't feel distant. I didn't feel distant. I didn't feel um, detached. I really felt like I belonged, and I
Yeah,
felt
you just like regular people.
and I felt like they, like a part of why they didn't, maybe, I don't know, but a part of why, there was no approach, because they may have seen me the same. They may have seen me like, oh, I ain't seen that face before, but okay, he looked like us. He's with us.
Yeah. And but that's the good thing though. That's the thing that we're talking about. And it's not for it's unfortunately every country can't offer that to you. But here, because you got different shades of people from all walks of life. People lighter than me, darker than me, taller, shorter, just different accents. I can't tell if you're Kenyan or American half the time. I'm like, and they might know I'm from the UK. Everybody is from everywhere,
Right.
and it's respected.
Mhm.
And it's like you'll see the sisters in black, burkas, and they're with sisters with spiked hair, like friendships.
Mhm.
Even the children. When we were out the other day, I seen a beautiful little Muslim girl playing with she had to be Black American, chewing that bubblegum ponytail at the top of her head.
Mhm.
And then there was also I want to say Caucasian, but she might have been from Israel or somewhere. But they were just running and playing and giggling and having a great time.
Right.
You don't have all these weird stereotypes here. It's just people just embracing people. And that's one of the main things that I really, really love about this place.
So let me make some acknowledgments here. Let me start from the recent, moving up. Our brother Will Smurs one. Peace and blessings, brother. Good to see you as always, man. Listen, do me a favor, put your YouTube on here so we can put that out there. So brother Smurs one has YouTube. This brother Will, who is one of our guests, we're fortunate to have on here, who lived in Rwanda with his family.
I hope you didn't hear me talk about Chicago, y'all. I hope you didn't hear me.
Don't worry about it, brother. I love Chicago. Anyway, yeah, so definitely support our brother for sure. And our brother Kenyan Reactor, Kenyan community at the moment will feel like the olden days. People care for one another, but the new world is creeping in slowly. I feel that. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, that's one of our things today that we were gonna talk about.
We want to talk about that, and then I like what. Let me see. Sister Sandra's got voice. I never even considered this. She said, let me put it up here. She said, your spirit is settled in that soil now, and if the locals feel it. Wow, that's that I can see that. I can definitely see that. That makes a lot of sense. And Loom Will, I want to loving it. She says, or they said we're maturing. We're maturing. We're getting more.
He's maturing.
As far as being in front of the screen and so forth and so on.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's good. That's very.
Y'all might not remember, but I used to hide in the back and let Big Mouth talk the whole time. And I just be like, mm-hmm.
I was just trying to feel in the space.
He loves talking, so I was just like, you go ahead.
No,
my mom kept saying, why you don't let him talk the whole time? You need to talk. Like,
I don't really talk a lot. I really don't. I really don't.
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all talk. Tell him about that.
On here, yes, of course. But anyway, thank you guys so very, very, very much.
Hey, we got a sister from Audubon, New Jersey. I used to work in Audubon at telemarketing place. Started laughing.
Yes, that's right, Easy. What?
Wait,
Tayari. That was Mwembe Tayari. Okay, that was the area. All right.
That was old Mombasa, right?
So yes, we felt very, very, very relaxed and comfortable. We felt like family.
And our second one was the neighborly feel, like the brother was saying. It's strange for us, we're like, wow. But they really, really, really treat each other like neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
So while we were out, and I know you want to tell them, while we were out looking for the furnished apartment, the realtor we were with, she was like, told us to come, but we didn't have access yet. So she told us just to sit down right here, and it was like a patio with the chairs. We sit down and we're waiting. It's hot. I appreciate the chair. Then she said, okay, we got access. Now the unit is way on the other side. And I said, girl, did you just have us sit in some strangers' chairs? And he just started laughing. She said, it's okay. And I'm like, what? We're like, if this was the States, you could have got my head shot off. You just sitting up in their chairs like that.
It was crazy because for a quick second, that struck like, oh, wait a minute. Like we jumped out of being in Kenya back in the States for a quick second, like, hold on, wait a minute. But it's crazy. It's crazy that is a frame of reference for us. It's crazy. Like the brother Kenyan Reactor was talking about, the olden days is still, but it's slowly, being, taken away. And I can remember though, I can remember when being a young boy, and some of these things that we're experiencing here, I did experience as a young boy growing up, certain things like you could do something like that, maybe just take a break, sit on someone's stoop or something like that, and it wouldn't be an issue or a problem, even in, really grimy Harrisburg, where I'm from. And, certain things. And we experience how that those things slowly are getting taken away. We were able to appreciate, after we came back to ourselves, appreciate the fact that, this is really how it should be. What harm is it for someone just to sit for a moment, not causing any, not making any loud noise.
I'm still Americanized. I'm
shock,
like,
culture shock.
I would have shot you with a water bottle.
But she was like, no, it's perfectly fine. It's okay. She said, you know what? I'm gonna tell you, this is Kenya. She said, listen, a stranger can be walking down the street and, maybe want something to drink and come and knock on your door and ask for something to drink or some water or something. And the owner of the house would be like, sure. Okay, they give you some water. I'm like, damn.
Now, see me, I'll be like, it's a setup. He's gonna try to come in here.
We start thinking all kind of things. Like, wait a minute.
Take my goodies.
You start thinking like, who?
It's a setup.
Somebody. who do I offend? Somebody trying to say something crazy.
I'm like, don't answer that.
But that's no way to live. That's
No.
really no way to live. It's no
Mm-mm.
way to live. This is the way to live. To be able to really, you know, as the scriptures say, you know, love thy neighbor as thyself. To be able to just genuinely just offer, extend yourself to someone, you know, and
Yeah, like when I got sick, like I said, I had the bacterial poison, and it was like taking over my legs. I could barely walk. But this isn't like a place where you're gonna find wheelchairs at very easily unless you have it. So when we were at the Miali Center area where the clinic, yeah, I'm laughing and she's saying about the vertical.
the verticals.
Yeah,
Oh,
of course,
I
yeah.
know.
But there was a lady, a Muslim sister, that seen me out on the sidewalk and was like, "Mama, here, take my chair." Like she was very concerned. And every time I see her, even now, and I'm feeling way healthier, I'm working out, I'm feeling strong. Every time she see me, she says, "You looking strong. You looking strong."
The other day, that same the other day, a Muslim sister, because that sister, she was actually working.
Mhm.
She was a security. She offered her
Mhm,
chair
mhm.
and had to ask her to, you know, just go and have a seat. But then the other day, about last week, I believe it was, a Muslim sister came up to her,
That's the
and
same one.
it's not the same one. That's a different, because she had a whole, you couldn't even see her face. And she came up to you and she,
She said, "Are you doing better? You looking better?" She said,
no, well, there was another one then that wasn't, she was a security officer. She offered the chair,
"Mm-hmm.
not the same. Anyway, you get our point. Our point is,
They're beautiful
they're
people.
beautiful,
They're very beautiful. They're
very,
very friendly. They'll say hello. They won't bother you. They won't keep harassing you, asking you for stuff. They won't follow you or stare you down. It's just regular, what's up? How are you? How do you feel today? It's those type of things that you're going to get. Um, the we got Koi from France on. I love it when it's from another country.
yeah,
I be
peace.
feeling so honored. Like you're watching us and you're in France.
All right, when we come to France, we're gonna look you up.
Oh, we're coming. We're coming. We can't wait to do the European tour.
Yes,
Once we're not little YouTubers anymore.
yes.
So, greetings, Nation family. It's good to see your channel growing.
Oh, salam. Thank you, thank you, thank you, believing family member. We appreciate. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, brother Rick. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
Brother Rose said, "I'm happy you are comfortable."
Yes, sir.
Yeah. When you guys come to visit, you're gonna stay.
she gonna say.
You're gonna stay. So the third thing that we like about Mombasa, or Niali, or this area, whatever, this place is developing everywhere. Everywhere. Every little corner is a new development of some sort. And the government has so much invested in this area to not just be a touristic place, because it is that, and it will be it already is one of the major tourist spots in the world, but to actually have something to offer besides just the beach. So they're building a new mall, and this mall look like it's going to be bigger than the one that they already have, which is a nice mall, but this mall look like Nairobi style a little bit. It's going to be nice. And they got all kinds of other little developments, high rises all over the place being developed, apartments all over the place being developed. But what's also unique is they're not destroying the old historical ones, though. It's like a merger. It's not like a gentrification where they're knocking out the old and bringing up the new. You still can see all the beautiful architect from the old Arab era and all the, it's just beautiful. It's a good combination, a good merger of both.
The TV man, he said Kenyans are really friendly. So you got to be cautious in Nairobi. We understand.
Yeah, any city. We already look.
Yeah, we know.
That's what we can't even tell you the second time, but we already got our Nairobi done broke us in very well.
Yeah, but yeah, that's good. Yeah, you know, when we lived in Atlanta, when I first moved to Atlanta, it's one of the things that I really liked about Atlanta at that time was that, you know, you could, you know, pull up on somebody at the bus stop. Somebody's already standing there. You walk up at the bus stop, they'll start talking to you like you picking up from a previous conversation that you already had before. Not so much nowadays, but so that's good. This is refreshing that you can just strike a conversation. You know you can strike a conversation with anyone. So that's good. That's good.
Roland Hayes from Florida. He said, on our way next year, we want to provide our services and products where they will be needed and appreciated. Looking forward to seeing where we can add value. That's the mindset you want to have.
Yes.
You want to come with, how can I add value?
Right.
Not what can they do for me?
Right.
Or what can I take from them?
Right.
How can I add value? Because
That's
that's the trick. Don't just come with your great idea like, this is the bomb, they're going to appreciate it. If that's not something that they need or want in the country, you will suffer. We know that from experience. You will suffer. So coming to see where you can add value and then implementing that is the best mindset to have. We want to go outside of Mombasa, TV man. We plan to. We got a whole list of stuff. Again, wait, there you go. Whole list of stuff. So once we figure out how to make it rain around here, we'll be able to go and explore some more of Kenya. And that's coming up in the near future. We got some things we're working on. Some ideas that we're trying to bring into fruition. So once those things started actually happening, we can finance our exploratory nature, we would definitely do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What's next on the list?
Sandra said she needs next on the list.
Oh, Nairobi weather, laid back, feeling Mombasa.
Yahweh, that's the information from Delaware. So you're close to where I'm from. I'm from South Jersey, right next to Delaware Valley, in Delaware Valley. So yeah, I know where you are. Creative Mary Mac. Oh, she's talking to someone. Okay, so the fourth thing, it still ties in. It's the people. We really, really, really like the people here. We do. The people, but listen, not just that. The people though, and it might just be Africa in general. They had us so convinced that Africa, the one country of Africa, that's what they had us convinced, right?
Like Africa's one country.
Right. But the people everybody's hungry and dirty and tired and wearing little rags, if not nothing, and bugs flying out their nostrils and hair is nappy. Every country we've been, well, we'll just say Rwanda and Kenya, because Tanzanians, they like Rastafarians over there. They just do them. But Kenyans and Rwandans dress every day, all day. They'll leave work and get dressed.
Same here in Kenya.
Probably can't nobody outdress a Rwandan person, male or female, period.
They do. They get dressed.
And I'll be like.
But I'm going to tell you something, though. See, that's interesting because I think we pointed that out a couple of days ago. It's like, so my last place of employment in the States, right? Amazon. I was Amazon delivery, right? I wasn't coming in any type of clothing and changing into my Amazon uniform. I'm coming already in my Amazon uniform and I'm leaving, going straight home the same way, right? But it may be a cultural thing. I mean, an African thing, because they did this in Rwanda, they do it here in Kenya. It's like they don't come to work as if it's something like separate from who they are or what their day. They come like if they're starting their day dressed up, clean, like the security officer for our apartment complex. I almost ignored him. So I'm thinking he was thinking that because I didn't identify him as he was coming into work. I'm sitting outside the gate and I'm used to seeing him in his security guard uniform, and this man is walking toward the gate, and I'm like, oh, that's my man. And he had a collar shirt, slacks, church shoes, the whole nine.
we call it church shoes. It's just shoes.
And he was, I mean, he was really dressed very, very nice.
Very nice. And it don't, I mean,
And he was
very
coming
nice.
to work. He was coming to work. And that wasn't the first time I saw him that way. So it wasn't just a fluke.
No.
This is exactly how
Right.
they do.
Right,
And
right. They really take pride in their appearance.
That's what, yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen any sister with her hair not done. If her hair was showing, it's done. Or at least it's neat in the ponytail some kind of way. So I mean, just thinking about what we were shown and what they're still showing us on TV in the States, even the movies in the States, where you're just seeing African women looking like they're straight out of the bush. That ain't how it is. That is not how it is. So the people here are, to me, they're just people that you're just regular people that you would just see anywhere. You won't see a distinction. The only time you'll hear a distinction is through the accent. But it's no different than if we were coming and we went to New York and we hear a different accent than when we were in Atlanta. It's just the accent. That's the only thing you're going to see that's different when you're dealing with the people.
Let me this brother, I'm not sure, the brother is a Kenyan living abroad.
Mhm.
So let me so hello family. Mombasa has come a long way when Mombasa had 2 vehicles. Wow. That was
Coast, oh, he means 2 means of transportation.
yeah.
Coast bus and a
the
district commissioner car.
Going, wow.
Or no,
Wow.
maybe he means 2 cars in the whole.
Right.
Well, yeah, Mombasa got some cars, and then it's not old, worn down cars. They got some cars.
Yeah, they ride right.
Yeah.
Then
They got some nice cars, but we're gonna do a segment on East Africa on the rise. And one of the things I discovered today is Kenya has its own line of luxury cars built here in Kenya. And it's like top of the line. It is comparable to some of the SUVs in the States. I forgot the name of it. I'm sure somebody would say it, but like when you convert it to US dollars, the thing costs $40,000. Top of them, I'm like, okay, Kenya.
right.
So yeah, they got some they got some nice stuff.
So
Naturally, me hair is nappy. I'm just saying that's what they be saying. Look, I thought I was going to come to Africa and connect and relate to my hair texture and theirs because I'm thinking this is the land of my people. No, my hair is still the hair of Jesus.
hair like lamb.
I'd be like, how come she got soft hair and they got curly hair and this? Forget it. I'm
I
not
got
saying.
African hair. The real African hair.
Mm. Okay,
So Rare Sunshine, greetings family. Muhammad, you look great. Thank you. Yes, I think that is a great idea. No one would know where they work when leaving or coming home. It's true. It makes sense. It does make sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know, it's like, listen,
And you don't know who you'll meet on the way home.
On the way
You're just
home.
always presentable.
always, yeah. You're right.
See, that was never my mindset.
Wasn't mine either. It was like, listen,
I don't think I've ever had a job where I wore a uniform, but whatever I left out with is what I'm coming back to. I don't care how rusty or dusty or wrinkled. That's what I was wearing.
yeah. So, okay, where we at, sweetie?
So we're on, for the lens you guys are seeing from, I understand there are challenges, but when you know beforehand, it doesn't shock you and you can be prepared for the real. Yeah. Now, there's no excuse nowadays.
I missed that.
You know, when people come over, there's no excuse to not know some of the basic stuff because there's more YouTubers out there telling about the real, giving you real experiences. There's a lot of us that left and they're sharing their experiences. So now you got more to base your fact-finding mission on, where before it was just, look, y'all, let's go. You don't have, let's get out of here. They're forcing vaccinations. Let's get out of here before it's too late. Everybody was just leaving off of the little fluffy stuff that we were seeing at that time. A regional sky girl, she's in a city that she don't like, praying that y'all are well.
Okay.
But she always say from an unknown place.
Thank you. Good to see you, sis. Always good to see you.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate you for sure. And thank you for your prayers. Absolutely. We need it.
Koi in France said Africans are very elegant. I've been in the West African, Malu, Togo, Senegal, Nigeria. I was shocked. And then Seneth J. Irwin, greetings. You are so right about the help and the regular people there. They sharp. Oh, that's Miss Joyce. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Irwin. They are. Mama Joyce, they are sharp. TV man, foreigners who leave the West fear being lonely out here away from their families. But once you interact with the locals, you will be embraced fully. Only then, I hate about living in Canada is the solitude. Oh, one thing. Well, it is lonely. It's a lonely journey and it takes a while because you are going to go through boot camp. You're gonna go through boot camp because you come green, you come excited, you come happy, you hear how things are so less expensive, so you easily are giving up the dollars. And then eventually, when you start realizing stuff ain't real, then you're like, hold on. Let me push everything out. Let me reset, reevaluate. That's where we are. So we're ready now. We feel like we are pretty much grounded of being on the continent in general. And but we still need each other. We still need other expats. We still need a common friendship to help us to grow and develop and be able to trust a little more and work and opening up those relationships. But you still need your community. Don't come thinking I can do this by myself. I don't need nobody. You'll get lonely quick. You will get lonely quick. You see this fly in the house. That's on this side of this list.
So Brother Will said, yes, we have more points of reference. That's right, we do.
What'd he say?
More points of references now.
Yes. You missed my point where the name Niali came right above. Where the name Niali came right above. I don't see it. Can you do it again? Can you write that?
Let me go back.
Okay.
You're trying to find it, brother. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Wait, is that it? No, that's not it. Hold on.
Just write it again if you can, please. We're gonna be taking all day looking for.
Here we go.
Do y'all see the fly?
All right, so if we're understanding correctly, Kenya living abroad. All right, today Niali has paved road to the homes from a
Something plantation
in charge with a German, I guess you could say a German man called Niari. Okay. And later the people, we are going to Niari for work because he was the black man in charge.
Okay, so then they just called the whole town.
Niali. Okay. I guess maybe some typos. Okay. All right. That's a good little backdrop.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good little backdrop there. Thank you. Hopefully we got that right. But hopefully that's helpful for others as well. But we'll look further into that. That's very interesting. What we got next, sweetie?
So Sandra said, have you been invited to a local's home? Well, one of our subscribers keep telling us to go to his mama house.
His mom's house. Where? That's in
somewhere in the village.
No.
He said, Cassie, can you come have dinner at my mama's house? So I said, you have to tell your mama to invite us. Then Kia said, do you think if you were to go to Rwanda again, you would be better prepared?
Yes. I'm speaking for myself.
I don't, for me, I can't, you can't really be prepared for the impact of Rwanda.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Well,
yes, I think so.
He can, I can't. I don't think I could better be prepared.
Because now we know what to expect, right? As opposed to having, and this wasn't based on Rwanda itself, but it's the fact that we had never lived in Africa. Rwanda happened to just be that place that we chose, and it was the first country we lived in. So everything's brand new and fresh. You know, we're coming from our own only frame of reference and realizing that we've been seeing the world only our own way, you know, and that's not real. That's not realistic, you know.
But the issues, like for me, one of the main issues is I'm too big for the country.
Oh,
The country's too small. I can't prepare to be in that small little area without any outlet, any ocean, any activities, any no, I can't. I would never be able to be prepared for that, as well as trying to raise children there with limited resources, limited activities, limited things for them to see and do. Like literally, you can pretty much see and do everything of substance within 10 days in Rwanda. You really could. There's nothing, you won't be like, oh, wow, there's a new carnival in town over there, or there's a book fair over there, or say, but you're not, that's not the type of place it is. It's not that type of energy. So for me, mentally, I was stuck. Like there was nothing left for me to do, and I'm an adventurer. I am someone that likes to be active, that likes to be busy, and likes to build. There was nothing left for me to do there.
Yeah. So, but the thing is this though. So, because I think with the question being better prepared, not necessarily requiring to live there again, not necessarily that. However, if to live there again, absolutely, because now we have a actual true frame of reference. Now we know, again, we know what to expect and what not to expect, and then we can function accordingly and go with the understanding, which really was the original intent, making it a base, but from that base being able to explore, you know, other areas. And that would have to be, if we were to live there again, that would have to be real. Like we would literally have to be, okay, we're gonna take 30 days and we're gonna go to this country here and chill out in this country or whatever, and then come, you know, come back or something like that. Because it's true. You know, you can exhaust pretty much most of everything in the way of adventure and excitement in a very, very small period of time. You know, however, you can adjust to it. So for me, I you know I really you know I still like and love the infrastructure of Rwanda. I really do. I really like the infrastructure. I love, you know, what I love. What I loved about it, I still love about it for sure. And you know, I think you know it definitely served its purpose. And if we go that way again, I'll go that way again.
That's good.
She like, that's good. She ain't coming.
Brother Will said, how are the government offices there? Are they organized? We'll have to give you the backstory on that, but we were in and out in 20 minutes with the mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
Kenyan style.
Yes. So yes.
So for that vantage point, it was greetings, mom and family, from your subscriber in the Midwest. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings, all the breeze.
He had said, if you came to Rwanda with a newborn, that could work because that would be all that baby knows. I feel like with older kids, it might be more difficult. That's true. If you're going to homeschool your child for most of her, you know, her development. But again, we're talking about a place with no zoos, no parks, no library. I mean, libraries.
They do. There's a library.
In Rwanda?
We went to the library.
Oh, I'm sorry, bookstores. They have libraries, but it's not like the libraries that you were thinking about. Like you're going to have story time and children's book section. That wasn't that kind of library. This was more of, yeah, it was so not that I don't even remember. It was, you know, there's no kid zones. There's nothing for your child outside of being in a nice, safe, beautiful country. If that's
important.
That's important. But if that's all that you really need for your child, you'll be okay. They do have some schools there. They have some nice private schools there, and they offer whatever they offer. But outside of that, let me see. Rwanda was nice. I remember it was too high priced, and the ambulance story killed for me. Rwanda's expensive, man.
It is. Even
It blew me away. Like,
speaking of the books, there was a bookstore, very nice, small bookstore, but I don't think I bought one book.
Look, so
I love books.
This the
I'm like,
crazy
I can't
thing.
afford this book.
You will go in the bookstore, and the book will have the actual stamp from the U.S. stamp and the EU stamp on how much it should cost. It'll say $9.99. Rwanda price, $18.99. I'd be like, what?
I was like, hey, man.
Most bookstores would cost less than what you're paying, what the distribution charge. My sister said,
But they would have
double.
to. They have, just like with because this is a landlocked country, so it's costing them to get it there. They gotta.
There's no way around it for them.
No, it's really not. It's really not. You can't really get around it. So yeah, you're right.
You can't. But if you just
close the book, the list.
Oh, but you know, I really think Rwanda is for mature minds, retirees, people that want to go into agriculture and have a big agricultural type of business, maybe. But for someone with families, young children, and you're very concerned with their development and having a broadened mindset, you should look into other places. Not saying that you need a more modern thing, but you need something that has more activities for children. Because after a while, especially if they have some kind of access to social media, if they're playing on tablets, they're going to see that there's a world that has a whole lot of fun stuff for children to do. And that's just what happened to us anyway. And so it's like, what can we do? What can you do? So,
Brother Colin, good to see you, Brother Colin. Thank you so much for tuning in, sir. We appreciate you, not last week, the week before as well. We really appreciate your words. It seems like the viewers, they appreciate what you had to share as well based on the comments. So thank you very much, sir. All right, so
the last thing, the ease of living, that was your thing that you wanted to talk about.
The ease of living. Did we talk about that already?
Okay, so let's talk about the dislikes, because the main dislike for me is this fly. Kenya and the flies.
So Rwanda was the mosquitoes.
The mosquitoes, see, the mosquitoes in Rwanda wasn't just that they were biting me up and I have permanent scars, but they will instigate in your ears like, nah. It do that after they done bit you. You don't hear it until they done got your blood. And then they make this noise. So they were so annoying.
Yeah, they were like,
but here, Kenyan mosquitoes is smaller than Rwandans. So you get sneak attacks and you're just laying there and you're like, why is my feet burning? You just got bit. I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, why is this burning right here? Because it don't just itch, it burns. You just got bit. Me. It'll go right past this big, giant, whole piece of meat and go right to find something on me. I had to sleep with the sheet like almost covering my whole head so the mosquitoes won't be bothering me. But
no, she could find the salmon. We could find the salmon. It was just what you said. It was high price.
Salmon in Rwanda was like $67.
About $60-something
for a frozen cutlet. $67. I'm like, yeah, we had salmon maybe once every 4 months.
Maybe twice since we've been there.
Probably just twice. We had twice the whole 2 years. So it just didn't even make sense. $67. And that was when someone came to visit. We were like, all right, let's yeah.
I don't know. But so
number one was humidity and the heat. We already talked about that. This heat and humidity is something serious.
It's different. It seems to be anyway, or we just saying, I don't know, but yeah, this humidity.
But we kind of got taken though. We knew that this apartment I could see the beach. My mom passed, I needed to heal. The price was right. It's a big unit. My daughter was like, Mom, I'm coming. I need to be with you. I'm gonna live with you for 6 months. I need some family and blah, blah, blah. So we were like, all right, let's get that unit. Child, she healed. She didn't come see her mama. She didn't want to be here.
She changed her mind.
This unit don't have air conditioning. So we're literally, mainly me, laying in the bed, just pouting like, I can't take it. I'm a northern girl. I hate heat. I hate being hot. And then the humidity is a bully. It's like something amazing. You get up and you just look down, your seat is just soaked. And you're like, "That's crazy." I was in the swimming pool sweating.
She was dripping with sweat. It wasn't
Dripping
the
with
water, it was the
sweat.
sweat.
In the swimming pool. So yeah, dislike number one, humidity and heat. The other thing, number two, which is something that we didn't know about. He's over here. Where are you laughing?
I'm laughing at Brother Will. He's right about the
The fly, what did it say?
He said like they stealth made. They like Navy SEAL. They like they know how to.
So there's two main restaurants here in Mombasa, right?
Yeah.
We're just gonna put it out there. Let's say the number one is the Java House.
We love the Java House.
Java House, the big giant coffee shop, is inside, outside, decent food. But when you go to Java House, you gotta eat like you in prison. You literally gotta be like this, trying to eat, move, no, because the fly be like, give me some. They're just flying over your food. You literally have to cover yourself. We were like, give me 2 candles. We got candles all around us. The flies are gangsters.
Yeah, it's rough.
The flies here are gangsters, and I know it's the season because it's the humidity and it's that wet. That the flies are gangsters. But the number two thing is the mold. So.
Yes.
A lot of these units, especially ones that are facing the ocean like ours is, the humidity brings this smell of mold.
Well, because moisture, right? It's moisture.
It's a constant moisture in the air.
Constant moisture. And if you just straight up, if you're in a unit, that you move into that has been sitting for quite some time and it hadn't been aired out, there's no circulation of air or anything like that. There's no AC, there's nothing. Or it's rough. You'll see that mold. That mold will be just all over the place.
But the mold is very particular.
Mm-hmm.
You open up your closet and all your clothes are fine. And you could pull out a sock and the sock is filled with mold. And you'd be like, what? His hats? They were all over his hats.
I was about to fight.
Ate up the hats. He's the hat guy. He's like, man.
If the mold was a person, we duking it out. I was like, I know y'all not. And my suits.
Yeah, they got on the suits. Now, they didn't bother my clothes at all. But you can go into my grandchild's room and you smell it. It's so strong, it almost chokes you. But it's not on none of her clothes or anything. It's just in there. That room has a lot of mold. So we're learning if you have allergies, like this guy, you can't breathe in the morning. You got seniors that have certain health conditions and they need to be able to have, breathing in their lungs. You cannot be facing the ocean. You just can't. But if you, pretty much anywhere you can get to the beach within 10 minutes. So knowing that, okay, if you have any of those kind of concerns or those kind of conditions, you need to live in a city area. So that's us now. We're trying to get to the city area. I don't need to see the ocean anymore. I'm going through my transformation. We got to get away from this mold because this mold and this humidity is causing our experience to be miserable.
But it's one of those things that you have to take into consideration if you're looking to reside here. just keep that in mind. Like, okay, even if inquiring, ask a question, well, how long has this house been sitting or this apartment been sitting before anyone lived in it or moved in it? Make sure that you look through the closets.
Yeah. And
go through the closets.
Look with your nose.
Yes, with your nose.
Don't second guess the smells you're smelling because they can air spray it, open up the windows before you get there and let it dry out. Your nose smell some mold in the air, then you already know. There's nothing you can do unless you have the dehumidifier that constantly will run.
Yeah,
there's nothing you can do. So definitely go to another area if you want to be on the coast. We love being on the coast, just not. I don't need the beachfront view anymore. We can go somewhere else, closer into the town, where we can walk to the malls and don't have to spend our little $2 on the tuck. That's fine. And we can get to the beach when we want to get to the beach. So Bakara,
Just Bakara. We
she
not
said,
going
I
to
just arrived here in Kenya on the 26th. I'm from California. To my
Okay.
African American family, there are tons of business opportunities here in this beautiful country. It's her second trip, and that's the truth.
The truth. It is the truth. It is the
It
truth.
is the truth. You have to do your due diligence and figure out how to work with some things and make some things happen.
Mhm.
This country is who you know, not what you know. So you got to get in and know some things and know some people. But once you get through those obstacles, it's a lot. There's a lot that you could do here, and the people will welcome it. And they have the spending power to be able to embrace it. And that's what's important. Those are things we didn't know to even look for or inquire about when we were choosing our first country. So knowing that now, we can honestly say that Kenya has the ability to really, really, really be a country where you can build a great business and be
Sure.
successful.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, can't mess with the mold. Nairobi for the win. Be careful. Invention school. If heat and humidity are a concern, please consider coming inland to cooler, drier climates. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're looking to do. That's why y'all haven't seen us for the last 2 weeks, because we've been looking into furnished apartments with air conditioning, mosquito nets. Did you see that? He just gonna hit me in the head like
That's
that.
that stealth fly that brother.
So I kill about 8 to 10 flies a day, per day. So they trying to gang up on me because they mad.
So yeah, dehumidify definitely is.
You don't gotta ship it. They have them.
They do have them. They have them, but to consider having a part of on your list for anyone coming, and that's something to take into consideration. So yeah.
Someone said you can't legally work remote from home in Kenya or Rwanda. You can work remote from home at both places. Don't go to Rwanda looking for a work visa.
Right.
If you have a work from home business. You can't get that. In Kenya, I believe it's the same thing. I didn't see anything that says if you work from home, you can get this work visa. No, but you get a different visa. But you can work from home. We're going to be working from home. We got to do what we got to do to survive, or we can't afford Kenya. So no, you can definitely work from home. I haven't seen any snakes. I'm looking for snakes. She's asking about snakes. I think when I researched for Rwanda, Rwanda had 2 snakes near the Congo, 2 different kinds of snakes.
I don't mess with snakes.
Mm-mm.
I don't like snakes.
But there's snakes here in Kenya. We did a video. There's some type of millipede. That thing was like this. Let me see. Oh, this big going across the street.
The joker was big.
Big and fat. I was like, that's why these birds are gigantic here. They getting full buffet when they get a bug. These birds are amazing. So the third dislike, we already talked about that. No real bookstores. Even here, they have books sold in the supermarket. They have little book nooks where you could come in and buy books, even like and they have bookstores, but none like we're used to, where you have big giant bookstores, chairs in there, some music playing, little coffee shop. You don't have any of that yet.
Because we're working on that for sure.
Well, I didn't know we were sharing the secret. I just said yeah.
Anyway,
we're considering something nice and quaint, especially with the new malls going on. So anyone out there looking to invest in Africa, hit us up. For me, number 4 was the music. People, it don't bother him because he always wanted quiet. He wants you to whisper everything. But for me, go to a restaurant, the hairdressers, the nail salon, and they got on rock. And I'm like, what's going on? Rhonda will play some Afro beats or old school R&B all day. Like, you always comfortable with the music in Rwanda.
Yeah, but they do the same thing here.
Where? I have not
Listen,
heard.
Care
Look,
for, you go to Care for,
except for Care for.
and you
Care
go,
for
your
and
shopping,
Miso, they will play some
shopping
Afrobeats.
experience will be lovely.
That's true. Care for, I'll be singing.
Going down the aisle.
I do be.
Rocking down the aisle, like, okay.
I do go Care for their air conditioning and the dance down the aisle. That's the truth. That is. We just that person. But only Care for though. But you go to eat, or let's just the hair done the other day. One of the girls was getting their hair braided, and I'm sitting there in this rock and roll, and I was like, I can't take it. And I said, what is wrong with y'all playing black music? Huh? They didn't even understand that that was a thing. Well, I remember when we first was coming on Sundays, they were playing white Christian music. And even in Rwanda, they would do that on Sundays. And I was like, did y'all know that black folks got their own style of Christian music? No. What? So I'm putting on Fred Hammond and I'm putting on Smoky Norfolk. I'm letting them, we're singing and dancing and enjoying the day. And I was like, you like this? Yes. But it was, I don't know if they were just lying to me, but it was the first time that they heard our music. Here, they will have R&B playing, but they don't have a white artist singing over it. Like she took it over.
That's true, but I think those are company. You know how they create these company playlists. I think that's what that is. You know, so they have no say. The company says you got to play this.
It's black businesses.
Oh, hey, listen.
What is it with this music? I'm like, people, you can't even what? And they'll
like,
be singing the songs.
Hey, you come
and they be humming.
You come here to
I'll be like, listen, where's the Afro beats? And they just laugh at me. I'm not liking the music, y'all. If we
That's a small thing though.
No.
That's a small thing.
No.
Just bring your headphones and your
No.
and just plug up your own playlist.
So and the fifth one, the last one, was the transportation situation, having to.
So yeah.
It done got bad. Like if I call right now, I'll go on my little Uber app and it says 200 to go to the mall, which is $1.40, like we said. I could sit here and say 3, 2, 1. Bring! The phone is ringing. And I'm like, He said, how much did you select? I didn't select. The app just told me. How much did it say? Said 200. That's not enough. All right. And so why did you choose it?
Listen, truthfully, it's not enough.
It's not enough, but we be fighting every day. And I literally have to go to 3 to 4 apps trying to get a ride now because Uber is making it hard for everybody with their stupid little thing that they're doing.
So and hopefully you guys hadn't, some of you have already, seen it as when we first started, you began to share that with us, that you saw the video that we posted. And, we're a little bit more understanding now because we have a bit more understanding. We can give them more information. And the part about it, that we didn't go into detail with is that they are fighting that. They are trying to fight.
They're boycotting. They done solicit the Ministry of Transportation to try to get some help because Uber don't do that in the States. He drove for Uber. Uber is going to charge a fair rate and pay you a fair percentage. So they're only giving them, let's say if the fare was $200, which is $1.40, they're only paying the drivers $1.30. But the gas that it costs to get down there might have been $1. So they're driving for pennies and coins, and it's not fair. It's not fair.
You would have to, you would have to drive from the can't see morning to can't see night to really make some type
just to make $20.
Because it's really not, it's not fair. And it would be different if not majorly different, but it'll be different if they got a ride or they got a ride share and it would adjust according to the distance, or it would adjust according to them just being stuck at the time, being stuck in traffic or whatever. you know, but it's just a flat. It's just flat. So if you're going from here to Kalamazoo, that's it. Whatever it is,
That's
what
whatever
it
it
is.
came up with.
That's what it's going to be. And so,
And which at first you're like, oh, that's good. I like that. But then you start to realize that ain't fair.
it's not fair. It's not really. You kind of, at least for me, I kind of feel bad. Like, yo, we were paying this dude $1.40. We're going way up the way. That's not cool.
And then they give us, because we done did a certain amount of rides, so they're like, you get a 20% discount.
It's already 20% discount.
So
it's already like.
I was thinking that means they're gonna that drive share app is gonna take it from their loss. They took it from the driver. The driver said it says I'm getting $1.30. I'm like, how they gonna take the 20% off of their money? That's a mess. So I try not to use Uber. I try to use all the other apps. But the thing is, Uber has more drivers. So the other apps, they'll say no car available, the circuit is busy, there's a long wait time, or blah, blah, blah. And now I'm forced to use Uber, but that's not our number one anymore. We do try to use the other apps.
So the two companies that is mentioned, and please take a look at the video, but the two companies that are mentioned that can utilize that as more favorable to the drivers. It's still pretty inexpensive, but it's more favorable and fair to the drivers is Yego, which we're familiar with that living in Rwanda, but the Yego in Rwanda was pretty much just the taxis and the motos, right? Really the motos. And they have that here, but they're new. Yego is relatively new to this particular market. So but they're growing fast. You know, they're attracting more drivers for it because of the fact that they're like, listen, straight cash. We're not doing no.
Yeah, they're like, how did you pay? I'm like,
yeah, straight cash. If you don't want or M-Pesa, you know, but nothing else, right? So then they have what we learned this particular day from this particular driver that which we'd never heard of it called Little Cab, which I'm gonna do more due diligence, but I think it is a Kenyan-based company, right?
Yeah,
it's a Kenyan-based company, and again, a lot more fair for the riders. Now the thing I'm thinking is where they're getting beat out is the marketing. You know, Uber has the upper hand. Uber's been around for so long, you know, and
but Uber ain't marketing here. The other
what I'm
ones are
saying,
marketing.
no, what I'm saying is, you don't Uber, the name itself, you don't have to really, they've been already in the game for so long, you know, so if these companies like, well, Yego's doing really good marketing. Yego's going to take over
for a while.
Yeah, Yego's going eventually. I think Yego's going to just
Yego
blow
pays
them out the box.
So I use Yego less because Yego be charging the most.
But then you have Bolt, right?
Yeah.
So Bolt is kind of like Uber, right?
Yeah, but Bolt is when I have all the drivers calling me.
Right.
And counseling. Yeah. But look, I went to the mall the mall a couple of weeks ago and asked for a ride. It was me and my granddaughter again. We get in the car. He's going to say, yeah, I see it was only 300. You need to add 200 more to it. I said, what? He said, yeah, I need 200 more to it. I said, dude, that was on a card through the app. I don't have no 200. I'm not paying 200 more.
Get out.
He was just sitting there. He's like, yeah, it's not really fair. I said, well, why did you come? Why did you accept it? We just sat outside for I don't know how long. So we literally got out of the car after he done came.
Get out.
And then I put in for Yego. And then the guy, he's been sitting there. He pulls up. He said, I've been watching you for 10 minutes. He already knew it. He already knew
how it's going to go down.
She's going to ride with me. Watch. So Corey said, what about the spiders? I got to tell you about these spiders. They're not inside, but these are the most amazing spiders you would ever see.
I want to say something else about what Corey said.
They are the size of your hand. Up in the tree, like they got their own mansions. They got their different colors and these little points. They're gorgeous. They don't bother nobody. I done seen a whole butterfly get stuck in one of their mansions because that's how big and thick their stuff is.
A bird could get caught up.
A bird could, I mean, and they're high up there though, and the wind be blowing. You don't want to be under no tree.
Don't climb no trees. Don't climb no trees in Mombasa. Please, because yeah,
those spiders are huge. The spiders are huge. We got the most beautiful, what would they call lizards? Blue heads, yellow heads, green, orange, beautiful bodies. I wonder if they eat the spiders.
I don't know. That'd be a good one.
That'd be a fight. Spider be like, "You want a piece of me?" Lizard be like,
That'd be a good way to go for sure.
Yeah, the spiders and the lizards are amazing. And then we have, of course, my monkeys.
Nobody asked about the monkeys.
We have the amazing monkeys. The most amazing monkeys. These monkeys are so mischievous. They jump over the gate and be like, nah, I did it. Or like they be having those little points, so they try to keep them the monkeys out, I guess. And the monkeys sit there and touch it like, what is this supposed to do? Jump right over there and then look around like, what was that?
They don't put an electric, they're gonna get shot.
The monkeys jump on the water tower, they be trying to chase them down. I'd be like, leave them alone. Nope. So we get those three, but they're amazing. And the birds are amazing, beautiful, yellow, red, purple. But more importantly, we went walking yesterday, just straight down the street. And that's where it was like going through the Botanica Garden. It's the same flower all up and down the street, but they're different colors and patches. And it's not just a regular dull color. We're talking about fluorescent purples, bright pinks, blues, yellows, orange, just different patches everywhere. And they're just all hanging down. And then you got the same kind of birds with different colors flying around. And the butterflies. Telling you, it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's like you're walking through the Botanica Garden just to go on a regular walk. I love it. You see the strawberry face? Sunburn in the pool. Kenya, you're killing me.
Half Mzungu.
Your mom is.
So, Brother Koi also mentioned real quick about the music.
It's the spiders in Rwanda. Now, the spiders in Rwanda is in the house. You get knotted up from those spiders. They knot you up. They small. They're very small. They will knot you up. Ask me how I know. Go ahead.
Koi about the music. He was just like, yeah, rock music is black music. It's true.
Not with the electric guitar. Y'all can keep all that.
Yes.
No, you can keep all that. Well, listen.
Bad Brains, Fishbone, come on.
The most annoying sound.
Jimi Hendrix.
And you trying to lay down in a spa and get your hair done. I was like, what the heck is this? I don't come to Africa that they have Mzungu music.
Anyway.
Iguana lizards, yeah, that's what we got. Hey, stop with the spider. You barely got your wife on board. Listen, they're not in the house.
Yeah, they're not in the house. They're not in the house.
In Rwanda, we would get the little white lizards in the house because they make their bodies flat.
Oh no,
and they crawl under the door.
The geckos.
The geckos, they're so cute.
They come in here too.
I haven't seen. Well, yeah, one came in your mom's room, and his niece, she'll catch them, tail fall in her hand. It ain't no big deal. But the spiders, the only spiders we had issues with are the ones in Rwanda because they were not me up. And I would have like a big lump for days. Like I was totally allergic to these spiders. Yeah, so that's what we wanted to
hold on. We're gonna end it out. But this is interesting. Garvey, your soul revolutionary music was banned. I'd like to learn more about that. What will be classified as the soul revolutionary music that was in Tanzania?
But you know, our driver Emmy, he will always play Tanzanian music, like their Afro beats. The Tanzanian Afro beats I
liked it the best.
I liked it the best. And it connects with our soul, it just had that energy. Man, I love the Tanzanian Afro beats. We played out all day. So so that's what we wanted to talk about today. We wanted to thank you guys again. Even when we're not going live, you guys still be hitting us up, sending us emails, sending us donations. And I'm like, I'll be telling him, I said, they really like us. I don't know why.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate
We
it.
really do.
But
We don't
we're
take
still
it-
blown
listen,
away. We're still humbled
don't-
with it. Like, we can't believe you took your time out today to spend with us.
We thank you so
We
much.
thank you.
It's a highlight for us. It's a highlight in our day to end out on or to begin the week, however we look at it. And we really appreciate. And please, as a reminder, if you had not already, be kind enough to hit the like or the thumbs up button, the like button. That will help us out considerably.
And if you want to continue to support us, our Cash App is on the channel at Residential Tourist. I used to be shy about saying it, but then I watch other YouTubers and they're like, "Yo, hook me up on the Cash App so we could continue on bringing this information to you." So I'm like, well, it's working for him. Let me say it as well.
Yeah.
We have Cash App, we have ZELLE, we have Mombasa, we have the PayPal. Any avenue you may need. Wow, we just got a whole bunch of likes. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Any avenue that you want to donate to, we greatly appreciate it. We're still doing consultation services. We're still doing tours. I don't think I told you guys, but we do tours for Tanzania, no, for Zanzibar,
Zanzibar.
for Rwanda. And we're still learning Kenya. We're trying to partner up with a couple of tour guides here so we can get some tours and see how they're operating before we start promoting the tour packages over here. But that's soon to come as well. So, and also we have partnerships with Airbnbs in all those countries. In Zanzibar, we have a partnership with the hotel over there. That's a beautiful, amazing, authentic Zanzibarian hotel. So, if any of these things is of your interest, this is that time period that you want to start getting your travel packages together, because you know when y'all hit June, July, and August, that's more of winter time over here in East Africa. It's a good time to come because it's not as cold. It's not as cold, but it's a colder season. So it's still good. It still works out. But let me know if you need consultation services, relocation services, and if you just want to support the channel, please hit us up on any of those cash handles.
Indeed, indeed. So, guys, again, thank you so much. I just want to make sure we don't forget any. Oh, listen, let me share this too. You know, we have an Instagram for those. It's the same, the residential tours for those who are on Instagram.
Yeah,
Pretty much just sharing some some photos of our experiences in different countries. Here in Kenya, of course, and Rwanda, absolutely, of course. Italy, Tanzania, Zanzibar, and it's really a joy when I go through them and I look at them. I was like, yeah, I want to share these. So we've begun sharing them. There's plenty more we want to share. So if you'd like to join us on the Instagram, please do that. Please,
Yeah.
please.
help us to grow these avenues so we
Yes.
can go exploring like the big dogs do. So, thank you guys.
Yes, thank you very much, and have a great week. Enjoy the rest of your day. Blessings to you and your entire families, and we pray everyone is well. All right. Peace and blessings.